Hello there, welcome to this session. Today we're going to look into how we can use PnP modern search for people search. My name is Kasper Larsen and I'm a senior consultant with FellowMind, and I'm also heavily involved in the PnP modern search project. The purpose of this video is to show you how you can take existing user profile properties and extend them. In this case, we are going to extend them by adding two new properties to our user profile. That will be nationality, and it will be the employee number, how we can set it up and how we can make it available for search, and how we can modify both the filter web part and the result web part. So before we can start using the managed users, the user profile properties, we have to create the term set for nationality first. So if we go into people in this case, and we add a new term group called nationality, and we then start adding a few terms. In this case, it will be the USA, and we'll add a few more. Like that. So now that's in order. So then we can go to the user profiles. Wait for that to pop up. As you can see, this has not been modernized yet, so we'll see what it looks like when the Microsoft comes around and gets this modified. If they will modify this at all, whether they just replace it with something that is based on managed on Microsoft 365 profiles, perhaps. So we go into manage user profiles and add our nationality field or property as it is. So the name will be nationality. So let's display name. It will not be a string, it will be a managed metadata field. That is. Opaque nationality. Leave these alone. Say it must be available for everyone in order for us to see it. The other field where we were planning to add to the user profile properties was the employee number, and that is not based on a term set. It's just based. It's a string basically. It's just text. So we'll add employee number. Display name will be the same. I will just remove that space. So it'll be a string, single value, 25 characters is fine. So we'll just add that. Perhaps allow people to modify it themselves if we want to do that. Otherwise, that the employee number might come from some other HR system that will update it based on a sync job. So let's just add that. The next step will be to add some values to some of the user profiles. And then we have to, once that is happened, we have updated the like 5 or 6 of our users. Then we will have to either wait for the user profile index to be updated, or we can run a PowerShell script that will sort of motivate the user profile properties to be reindexed. So let's get some of those user profiles updated. Start with Adele. Let's see. So if we scroll down to the bottom, there we go. Nationality. She's from the US of A. And her employee number will be D2 something like this. And then we'll save. Then I'll do the same for 4 more of the user profiles, but in order to save time, I'll just do that offline. Now we have 2 options. We can either wait until the index have been updated, which might take anywhere from an hour to a day. For 24 hours is not unusual. And that is one option. The other option is to find the script and run that. That actually forces or persuades the indexer to index the user profiles. You can find that script on the PnP script samples repository. If you go in here and you look for reindex, you can see that we have not just one option here, we have different options as far as if you want to use PnP PowerShell or you want to use any of the other options. They are all here available for you to use. So I'll go with this one because that usually brings me the results in the short time, like a couple of hours. So I'll do that. So we'll just grab the script from here and add it to our, in my case, my Visual Studio Code, which is my preferred terminal. And then we'll run this script and it will force the user profiles to be indexed as soon as possible. Once that is done, we can see that by going into our administration center and go into our search area and have a look when the properties are there, when the crawl properties are there. So if we go into the search schema, go into our crawl properties, and then we have a look at nationality, see if there's something there. And indeed it is. So we have the property has now been indexed and it is available for us to use. We can't really use this as it is right here because it's just a crawl property. What we need to do in order to make it available is to have it as a managed property. So if we go over here, see if there's something here. Oh, and we will expect that a auto-created managed property has been created by the search indexing. This is only the case for managed metadata fields, by the way. There we go. So we do actually have a managed property for the nationality. And another way we can see this is to use one of the existing apps that exists that we can have a look at. If we have a go in and have a look at what the SP editor will actually tell us. The SP editor is a Chrome and Edge extension, which you can install from the extension store. And what this one will do, for instance, is allow us to run queries directly against the index. So if we go into the area here and go into search, in the SP editor, we can specify, for instance, down here that we only want to have a look in the local people results, and we search for Adele. So if we run a search here, we can see that we got one hit, and if we go down here, we can see all of the properties, or some of the properties. If we click on this one, we'll see all of the managed properties available. So if we go up here, we can actually see that we do have obvious tax ID nationality. So it has been indexed and it is here and it's available. So that's is pretty neat. In our case, we need the nationality for filtering as well. And in order to filter, you can see that over here, by the way, in the managed property. Our existing managed property does not have anything in the sort and refine property, so therefore we can't use it as a refiner as it is. What we need to do is that we will have to have mapped the crawl property to a refinable string in this case. So let's do that. So if we go for refinable string 10 and go down here and add that as a mapping, there we go. So we are looking for something to do with nationality. We want to use this one because we want the text value of that. We want to have it to say USA. We don't want this one called tax ID, at least in our case, because this one also includes like the GUID from the term store and stuff like that. However, if we want to have it as a multi-language refinable field, then we have to use the tax ID version. But let's pick this one and save this configuration for this refinable string. And now again, we have to wait. And we can either just wait, like right now, it seems like it's about an hour or two for this mapping to take effect.